Hello everybody, this is The Worm, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. We are heading into our first class trial, and I am as nervous as I am excited for it. Now, before heading into there and, reading all the truth bullets and trying to get a game plan going for our trial, I'd like to try and clarify something a bit with comments. And there's a particular comment I want to use as an example here. And please don't take this as me trying to, call you out specifically. Because your comment raised a good point. It's just, I'm going to use this one as an example of sort of where I want to try and draw the line regarding spoilery stuff here. So, at the time of the release of this particular episode, I think it'll be 2 episodes back. But there was a comment by, let's see, and pardon me if I'm not getting the name correct. X Ashcat? Yeah, I think that's what it is. But again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And within this comment, it's essentially giving another perspective on some of the things that Ryoma has said. And I found it interesting, and I responded to it. And it's something I found interesting. I wanted to bring it up in this episode. But the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking, this is kind of on the border of stuff that I'm worried about regarding spoilers. So, essentially, if I had a guarantee that you had not played this game before and were just speculating, along with me while I play this game, then that would be great. But unfortunately, I don't have that guarantee, and since this is a game that has been out for a few years, a lot of people have played it before me, and so things like certain speculations or certain leading questions can definitely sort of lean into spoiler territory. So let me actually just read this comment here. Okay, the person wrote, "One thing about Ryoma, suggesting that he would sacrifice himself doesn't mean he doesn't care or anything. What if he did it knowing others won't accept, but if they survive the first killing, others would trust him easier because of his suggestion?" So what I take this comment to be suggesting is that Ryoma offered to be killed, banking on the idea that they would refuse to do it. And then after we get into this trial here, he's going to have a stronger position because, he made that offer. He's like, why would I kill someone when I offered to be killed myself? Now, that's a very interesting perspective and one I had not thought of, but now I'm a bit worried that, okay, we get into this trial and that actually turns out to be what's going on. Well, then I've basically been spoiled on it. So, do you understand what I'm saying? So something to bring up something I would be okay with. There was another comment by Lise, in which within that comment, I was reminded that I think it was Kibo who made this comment. That Kibo earlier on mentioned that the Monokuma that we're dealing with is actually an AI. Now, either I missed it the first time around, or I had just forgotten about it. But either way, that's something I'm much more comfortable with. If I am mistaken about something, or if I've forgotten about something, you can feel free to remind me about it, or correct me on it. That's perfectly fine. And again, you can ask questions, but be careful about leading questions. You don't want me to, I want to experience the story for myself. And so, again, I don't mean to particularly call this person out, but in any case, I brought it up, so I want to address it, because it is an interesting idea, and I responded to it in the comment section, so I'm going to sort of repeat what I said there. But the idea that Ryoma would sort of have this plan to, offer to have himself killed just so that he can use that as a kind of trump card going into the trial, it's certainly much more cutthroat than I was thinking. And it just could be just the way I think. I wasn't able to sort of detect that kind of malice. Although I probably should have, considering we know that Ryoma is someone capable of killing people. That's kind of his backstory. But I would have two questions if hearing that and wondering if that's the case. My two questions about that are, if Ryoma did do that, why would he give us the hint that he did at the beginning of our investigation? And then two, why would Ryoma then choose not to raise his hand when Monokuma asked for the Blackened to do so? Because if we're thinking that Ryoma's out for survival, why would he then go through the trial at all? Now, as I said in the comment, usually in the trials that we get a ton of background and motivations that are revealed that we may have only had hints of, or had no hints of whatsoever. So there could be something crazy going on with Ryoma, or with if Ryoma ends up not being the culprit. It's the one thing I'm really curious about. Regardless of whether it's Ryoma or not, I want to know why the culprit decided to have a trial. And we're going to get that information, because it's so mysterious. Why would that happen? But yes, just be a bit careful. Now again, if you all probably know, because you've probably already played this, but if it turns out that what this comment said is actually the case, then I'll be a bit disappointed. I will say that. Now, of course, there has been an issue in the past. Luckily, that hasn't happened. But I think it was in my last Let's Play, where there were some people someone commented something, and then another person said, "Hey, don't say that. That's a spoiler." And then, but the issue is, the way that original comment was, it didn't really suggest either or, whether it was true or not. And so the fact that another person came in and said, "Hey, that's a spoiler," that immediately makes it seem like, or it immediately tells me that yes, that's actually true. So luckily that hasn't happened here. But again, I just want to be a bit more safe than sorry. So I hope I've made that clear. In any case, yeah, let's get in here and see what we can do. Red door.
Hey.
Hi, Shuichi. You really think it's one of us, not just the culprit? You mean the mastermind?
Huh? Okay.
Are you still worried about being a detective, Shuichi?
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, he's not too sure that the truth is such a good thing.
What's the matter? Sorry.
Maybe he's already figured something out and he's a bit worried. Hello, everybody.
What? Everyone!
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Bitch!
No.
That is troubling.
Yeah. So, just as an aside, apparently this statue was not always here, and I just kind of missed it the next time I walked in. I don't know, for some reason it just seems so appropriate that there would be a Monokuma statue, at least somewhere, so I think the next time I wandered in here and saw that, it didn't even faze me. But looking at it again, it's just, yeah. Oh, let me use, why did I start using the keyboard? Let me use this here. Hello, Monokuma statue. Oh, drat. Well, shucks. Turns out that was that was how you move on. Okay, you know what? Hang on a second. Give me 1 second here. Okay, there we go. We're back. Let's talk to these people. Let's get their final say.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot this was a thing. Cause pox.
Don't do his best. Leave it to me.
All right. Gonta and Kaito feeling confident.
Sorry.
Hey, that's all right, Shuichi. Perfectly understandable to be nervous.
Hey.
Some grim determination from Ryoma.
Wow.
Kokichi being Kokichi.
Hey!
Miu being Miu.
How terrifying.
Uh-huh. Kyo being Kyo, of course.
What are you trying to pull?
Photos were a bust. I'm not so sure about that, Maki.
But
Kurumi giving us our hint.
then
If only we could just leave.
Unfortunately. But
sneak attack! Kazatua says so.
There we go. Okay, so we got a couple hints to look at the statue. Alright, let's do this.
Huh?
Oh my goodness. Animation.
Huh?
this is...
I don't wanna. I guess if you desire.
No.
End wall. Did you just decide to call it that now?
Hey.
Okay. I mean, that's certainly... That's quite a title for something. That is an ominous title, an end wall. Yeah, I could see that. If I were writing some kind of sci-fi or fantasy novel, and you had something called the end wall in it, yeah, that works.
I'll get us out of here.
Ha! Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars. Dumbass.
I'm ready!
Okay.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Oh, that's super cool. It's actually an elevator.
Even so, this elevator is going pretty far down.
We're falling. I wonder how far we will plummet.
I suddenly have to go to the bathroom real bad.
By all means, go ahead.
Of course. A robot wouldn't understand how inappropriate that is.
Shuichi? About that talk from before.
What?
I think everyone is afraid of learning the truth. But the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So, fight for the truth, even if it is frightening.
This is something we were talking about, or something that I brought up in the comment section a little while ago too. I mentioned how Kaede, I've mentioned several times now how Kaede seems to be so much more confident than some of our previous protagonists. And Elise pointed out, quite rightly, that a lot of this has to do with the fact that it's not just her, really. It's kind of it's a Shuichi Kaede team here, and it's pretty interesting. It reminds me of the what was happening at the beginning of DR1, where we had, what was it, Sayaka, I think, Sayaka and Makoto, and it looked like for a little bit that they would become a kind of team together and support one another. Now, of course, we all know how that ended up, but in this case, they seem to actually, well, for one, they've survived the first night, or excuse me, the first killing, and so now we get to see what it's like for their partnership to develop, and it seems pretty dang good. Kaede gives Shuichi confidence in being true to his talent and actually using it, and in return, when it seems like Kaide's going to falter, when we get something that bad happens to the group, Shuichi encourages her, and she's able to so Shuichi's able to search for the truth, while Kaide's able to keep the group together. And so working together like that, I mean, it's pretty powerful. At least it seems to me to be. And of course, I said this as well. The more that these two are closer together, if something bad happens to either of them, then it's going to be all the more painful, I think. So, yeah.
I know you can do this. If you're scared, borrow the strength of others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone you're helping, and let that be your strength. I used to be like you. Before a piano concert, I was always so nervous that I thought I would vomit. But then I would remember all the people I've made smile with my performances.
Kaede.
All right, let's go. It's better to end bad stuff like this as soon as possible.
Those words were mainly for me. Hey, fair enough. Hello.
Yay!
Bingo!
Got it?
No way!
This is...
Oh, jeez.
Psycho Pop!
You're the worst of the worst!
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Well now.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's that theme. This is the hope theme. Whenever we need to, we're about to spring into action. Of Rantaro. Yeah. I mean, unless he wasn't telling us, could be the case that, for whatever reason, he wanted to keep it a secret. Fight till the bitter end. And yes, we will save. Okay, here we are. Let's see here. Something, okay, wait, no. Okay, we could do this, I guess. Maximum influence. Oh, I have to purchase. What is my currency? Is it the 18 up there? Okay, hang on. Influence and focus, I see. Okay, lost in thought. I think I want cool and composed. Slow speed reticle, increased speed reticle, that's fine. Decreases the delay after using truth bullets, or truth blades. Oh, truth blades are back, huh? I might want that. Shotgun grenade, huh? Reveals V points. So we don't get to see them normally? I'm not sure I understand this one. The key word in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Debate scrums. I don't remember that from the demo. Blade lock. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's get the things that are going to be useful on all parts. because I don't think I have enough context yet for some of these. Reveals V-points. That seems weird to me. In the demo... That's just our health, right? This is for the slow motion stuff. This is... Sure. You know what? Okay. No, yeah. Let's just do what I said. Let's just get the ones that are useful on everything. View handbook. Okay, so here we go. Let's go through this. Okay. The victim is Rantaro Amami. His ultimate town is unknown. The victim's body was discovered in the library. Estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. Not 10 p.m., which was the meant to be the time limit for the game. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, resulting in cranial death, fractures, and immediate death, which means he was over by the camera, which was later confirmed by the photo. He was not dragged. No other injuries detected. Understood. Promotional video BGM. The promotional video and background music that Monokuma played to encourage everyone to start the killing game. It was on at full volume until the murder occurred. Okay, for a while I was not sure what the reason for this was. But the fact that the description here says it was on at full volume until the murder occurred makes me think that, okay, there was a sound that we missed because it was playing. Okay, understood. Moving bookcase. One of the bookcases in the far left end of the library, after it's been moved, it automatically shuts itself to its original place when a certain amount of time passes. Which is not immediately, because we saw that Rantaro, after he opened it, presumably saw the camera and walked over toward it, and it was still open for a little while. So, seconds, minutes, not too sure. The bookcase moved back to its original place right before Kaede and Shuichi found the body. Card reader dust. The dust Shuichi planted in the hidden door's card reader. When it was checked during the investigation, the dust was left exactly the way it was originally set up. Presumably that means no one used it. No one slid a card through and went through the door during this whole thing. Receiver on Shuichi. The security alarms receiver. A sensor was placed on the moving bookcase, so in case someone moved the bookcase, it would notify Shuichi. Okay. Yeah, and it says notify Shuichi because it was on him. He offered it to Kaede, but she refused. Stacked books. Library books that could not fit in the bookcases and were instead stacked on top of them. Nothing has changed since Shuichi and Kaede placed the hidden cameras. Books Kaede stacked in front of the vent were left exactly the way they were. Man, this whole vent thing is going to... I mean, I know it's going to play into this. It's just... Speaking of, library vent. Connected to the classroom vent on the first floor, the vent grate was still propped open, exactly the way Kaede left it when they set up the hidden cameras. Okay. So you can see the grate in there. Okay. Bloody shot-put ball, the bloody murder weapon found on the floor of the library. It seems to be the same as the shot-put balls in the warehouse. Yeah. Okay. Rantaro's belongings. Rantaro's personal belongings. He had a key to his dorm room and a monopad. He did not have anything that looked like a card key. Interesting. I mean, unless the killer took it. But we're not thinking that Rantaro was the mastermind anyway, so... Huh, why did he... What was his purpose to coming here, then? If we're thinking he's not the mastermind and didn't have the key, why? Okay, Maki's account. Before the murder, 7 people went to the game room in the basement. Rantaro, Maki, Kaito, Tenko, Angie, Himiko, and Gonta. But Gonta had immediately locked himself in the AV room in the back. Rantaro left to go to the bathroom. After Kaito and Tenko went to get Rantaro, the only people left in the game room when the murder happened were these 3, Maki, Angie, and Himiko. And Gonta supposedly went to watch a bug movie, and he locked the door because he felt like he didn't want to be interrupted in that, and he wanted to watch the bug movie to get hyped up so that he could take on Monokuma or something like that. A sliding door in the AV room that leads to the hallway. The door was poorly made and only opens wide enough to slip an arm through. It would have been difficult for a person to enter and exit through. It is faced straight to the library's rear entrance. So presumably at some point someone might be blaming Gonta for the murder, and, well, you could probably defeat that in a couple ways. One is this sliding door, and the other is that the camera didn't spot him. Although in that one picture, Rantaro is kind of right in front of the camera, so it could be blocking him. Lookout classroom. Kaede and Shuichi were on lookout in the classroom near the stairs to the basement. Although Shuichi left briefly to check on the basement, the two were together the entire time until the receiver went off. Yes. Connected to the library vent, both Kaede and Shuichi were on watch until the security alarm went off. It was not possible for anyone to sneak into the library by going through the vent. You say it is not possible, game. How dare you say that? How dare? Kibo's account. During the body recovery announcement, Kibo and Ryoma were in their own rooms. Kyo's account. During the body discovery announcement, Kyo, Miyu, Kurumi, and Tsumugi were in the dining hall. Miyu was in the middle of building a remote-controlled gadget. Tsumugi had briefly gone to the bathroom and returned to the dining hall shortly after. Okay, front entrance photos. 4 photos taken by the camera facing the library's front entrance. First photo is shot of Kaede, Shuichi, Kaito, and Tenko running in shortly before the body was discovered. Second photo is a shot of Maki, Angie, Hibika, and Gonta running in after they heard Tenko scream. Third photo is a shot of Kibo, Ryoma, Kyu, Miyu, Tsumugi, Kurumi, and Kokichi running in after they heard the body discovery announcement. And the fourth photo is a shot of Shuichi removing the camera for investigation. Yes. Your entrance to photos taken by the camera facing the left. First photo is a shot of Rantaro coming in. Second shot is of Shuichi removing the camera. Yeah. Okay. 2 photos taken by the camera facing the hidden door. The first photo is a shot of Rantaro removing the bookcase. Second photo is a shot of Rantaro attempting to remove the camera. Trying to see if there's any sort of minute differences. Oh, it was probably the flash that made him realize it was there. Nah, I can't really tell if there's anything behind him. Is that it? Okay, that's it. That is it. Let's, let's start this thing. That's the only way we're gonna get more. Let me take a quick drink first. Okay. Let's do this thing. No one wanted to believe it was real, but Rantaro was killed just before the time limit. Now, Kaide and Shuichi must take on the class trial? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's figure this out.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
So, it's starting, huh?
Oh man, I haven't been in a trial in like forever.
Oh, so you have experience with trials?
Yeah, since I'm a leader of evil and stuff, I've done a lot of bad things.
So, what are we supposed to do? Where do we even start?
Gonta never done trial before. Not sure where to begin.
First, let's breathe in. And breathe out. We need to remember our no-no-nos. No pushing, no running, no talking.
Okay.
But communication is the foundation of any discussion.
We should not worry about our procedure, especially since this is not a normal trial. Each of us will be serving as a potential culprit, lawyer, prosecutor, and jury member. Let us proceed with that in mind, shall we?
Then might I offer the first topic?
May as well.
Don't fucking get ahead of us. You trying to start some shit?
Calm down. How about we listen first?
Atua has spoken. He says it is vital that we hear everyone's testimony.
That was a strange noise.
I'm a good listener because my ears are clean. Once, I cleaned them so hard, they bled.
That's, not so good, Himiko.
I'll begin the conversation then. There's something I found curious. Why, I wonder, didn't the culprit take advantage of the first blood perk?
Kyo, you're weird, but you're cutting right to the heart of the matter here. That is something I am also very curious about.
I thought that was strange too.
I bet they just wanted to do a class trial real bad.
Why, though? No, not why, though. Just why? That doesn't seem... That doesn't seem right.
Then Monokuma's the culprit, the doi. Cause this whole class trial was his idea. Oh yeah! Easy peasy! I'm a fucking genius!
Wait, is it even possible for Monokuma to be the culprit?
Of course not! I would never do anything to you guys directly.
Even if you can't, it's a different story for the person controlling you, right? Is it possible that the mastermind controlling Monokuma killed Rantaro?
Also a good question.
Mastermind? What's that?
I don't know any mastermind.
Never heard of him.
Don't play dumb with me. Who's the mastermind controlling you guys?
The mastermind, huh? Odds are, it's one of us.
It's Keyblade over here. Everyone else thinks so too.
Does everyone really think that?
No.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Before we determine the mastermind, we must uncover the culprit.
Then we could start by determining the sequence of events. Let's take a closer look at the circumstances of Rantaro's death.
Gonta agrees with Shuichi. After all, Shuichi is ultimate detective.
Then let us start by reviewing the incident.
All right. Sounds good to me. I don't know about that. Feels like that would be too easy. Although it would be interesting if the mastermind were revealed, and then we had to spend the rest of the game knowing who it was. Although I'm not exactly sure how the mechanics of that would work, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. All right, so we did technically do a demo trial, but this is the main game now. And so it's the first trial of the main game, so it'll probably be simple, right? Yes, truth cylinder, focus, bullet select, reticle, shoot truth bullet, fast forward argument confirm, truth bullet. Yep, just plain old, non-stop debate. Lies or contradictions, do, truth cylinder, yeah. Yeah. Oh. So that one skill made it so the V points are revealed all the time rather than just while you're focusing. I see. I understand. Well, I'll try. Here we go. Get your head in the game. Uh-huh.
Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit, right?
He was killed in the library.
Rantaro was alone in the library.
What's the,
The culprit could have snuck up.
Oh, do we not have silencer yet? I was trying to figure out silencer. Okay.
What was he even doing in the library anyway?
He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing.
Okay, we're gonna go for belongings.
Rantaro's body was found. Time.
He was killed in the library.
Alone. The culprit could have snuck up on.
What was he even doing?
He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing.
No, that's wrong.
Achievement unlocked.
Wait a minute. I don't think Rantaro was the mastermind.
Didn't have the key card.
Huh? Why?
Because Rantaro didn't have the card key to open the hidden door.
Oh, card key. Too good to say key card, huh?
You'd think the mastermind would have that card key on him, right?
Perhaps the culprit took the card key after killing Rantaro.
That was something I mentioned, Kibo.
But none of the pictures show Rantaro holding the card key. So I don't really think he had the key at all.
Yeah, it showed him holding his monopad, which was kind of weird.
Also, if the mastermind had died there, this killing game would have already ended.
You are correct. The possibility of him being the mastermind is quite low.
Then how Rantaro know about hidden door?
Maybe he stumbled across it in the library. You know, like how Shuichi did?
Or maybe the mastermind told him about it.
Two interesting comments. One after another.
What? Why would the mastermind tell him that?
To lure Rantaro to the library and kill him.
And of course, this doesn't mean that the mastermind told Rantaro that he was the mastermind. He or she. Could have just been any one of us who said, you just mentioned it. You know? Yeah.
Does that mean the culprit and the mastermind are one and the same?
I don't think so.
That does seem plausible.
I mentioned this last time, but I feel like some of the motivations aren't quite right for the mastermind to be the culprit here. But then again, there's so much I don't know that may as well could be, but my gut is saying I don't think so.
It's very likely the mastermind knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap.
Okay, why do you say that?
The mastermind knew about our trap this whole time?
I mean, we told Miyu. Well, we didn't tell Miyu about it. We just asked for her assistance without giving her the bigger picture.
This case may have become the perfect crime thanks to your hidden cameras.
Okay.
The mastermind knew about your trap and exploited it to commit their crime.
So after the mastermind lured Rantaro and murdered his ass, they used Kaede and Puichi's hidden cameras to arrange the perfect crime.
Did they really take advantage of our trap, though?
Yeah, I want to know the how and the why.
Is this really the perfect crime? Are we in an unsolvable mystery?
Well, I don't know why I said why. They already told us the why, but I want more details.
I guess this is a dead end.
Can I? Okay, I can save in the middle of this.
Wait, don't give up that easily. We already know the culprit is the mastermind. We gotta work together to find the mastermind. Then we can end this killing game.
You yap about teamwork and all that, but you still think one of us is the mastermind.
Yes, and I know that's a horrible thought. But that's why I want to end all the terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game. I'll even use this class trial to do that.
Kaede.
Wow, looks like you're determined to face even a cold, hard truth. Then here it comes, the cold, hard truth.
Okay, let's hear it.
Huh?
I already figured out who killed Rantaro.
Or is this just another one of your lies?
What?
Why are you surprised?
'Cause if he's right, that would make this the fastest class trial to date!
Yeah, it would.
How fast was the previous record anyway?
Real fast, let me tell you.
It was like a leaf on the wind.
Oh yeah, I guess now he's one with the wind.
Yeah, I think about him this time of year too.
The way he soared through the enemy fleet, all badass! Just to die like a little punk.
Shut it, you weirdos! This is an important conversation!
I do not know what they're referencing.
Kokichi, are you serious about knowing who the culprit is?
Yup. So, we all agree that the culprit knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap, right?
Still haven't explained how they knew.
No shit! That's why they're not in any of the pictures. So who is it?
So whoever knew about the hidden cameras is the culprit.
Uh-oh. Miyu.
So who the hell is it?
It's you!
What?
You made the cameras used for the trap, right? Obviously, whoever made the cameras knew about the blind spots.
Yeah, but we didn't tell her where we were gonna put them.
Before breakfast was the only time someone would be able to sneak by.
What the hell brought this on all of a sudden? I just designed the cameras. I didn't know they'd get set up in the library.
If someone asked me to make cameras, I'd totally ask what they were for.
How come you never asked what the cameras were for, huh?
Huh? I pulled an all-nighter making them, and afterward just sort of passed out.
You're getting awfully worked up. Look at you. You're sweating.
I'm always wet. I'm just feeling extra sensitive, like these big boobs of mine.
You just can't help yourself, huh?
For someone so aggressive, you're kind of a wimp, huh, Mew? Come on! Let me off the hook already. Do you want money? Is that it?
Your pathetic excuses are consistent with those of a common male criminal.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so. Okay, from here on out, blue-colored weak points will appear. Uh-huh. Oh, it's back. Agreeing is back. That's interesting. Gotcha. Okay, that wasn't in the demo, but I understand. A V consent. Thank you, system. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
Why don't you just admit it already? You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
Probably Kiyo's account, I think.
No way! That's not possible!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea! Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library, okay?
Oh, I missed.
The person who made the cameras would have known their blind spots too.
Yeah, well, I didn't make the cameras either!
Why don't you just admit it already?
Can't believe I missed that.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
No way! That's not possible!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea! Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library.
Oh, dang it.
The person who made the cameras
would have known their blind spots too.
Why don't you just admit it already?
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew? So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
Matters. Because I never went to the library, okay?
No.
I agree with that.
The dang words were stretching and freaking out. Couldn't hit it.
I don't think Mew went to the basement either. Right, Kyo?
Of course she didn't. Miu was in the dining hall during the murder. I saw her there while dining on what I thought would be my last supper.
The pasta on the menu tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake.
Don't feel bad
sorry.
for her. She got to eat her tasty grandkid on his birthday.
That's too sad to make sense.
That's Pops for you.
So there you have it. Miu's alibi.
You fucking slug! Why didn't you say so earlier? Good job, Kaede. Guess I shouldn't have judged you by your lackluster rack.
What Gilgamesh-level condescension? But which Grail War are you from?
I mean, alright.
Wow, another reference we don't get. You must be a hardcore loser.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes my hobbies just sort of slip in.
Hey, don't be acting all cocky, Kokichi. You put my ass in the hot seat earlier. How about you just keep your fucking mouth shut, you lying little abortion?
What? That was really uncalled for. I only said that to find the culprit. You're so mean! Hey, I feel a lot better now.
Cool your jets, kid.
Sumugi and Hirumi were both in the dining hall as well.
We can dismiss those four as potential culprits if they were together the entire time.
No, not the entire time. At one point, Sumugi went to the restroom.
Oh, so you brought that up after all. It's true. I went to the restroom closest to the dining hall.
Oh? Did I hear that right? The restroom, you say? Excellent! I was waiting for this moment. I'm getting so excited right now!
Ew! Why? Did you take a firm dump, or was it a soft one?
Why are you assuming she was dropping a deuce in there?
But I really did just go to the restroom, not the basement, you know? Also, I don't think I was there long enough to be suspicious, right?
You're the ultimate cosplayer, though. You could have just disguised yourself as someone else while you were out.
Nope.
Disguised? No, I don't do disguises.
I don't think that's possible, and I know the reason why.
Cosbox.
I get it.
Tsumugi can only cosplay as fictional characters.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's what cosplay is supposed to be in the first place. Lately, some people prefer to cosplay as non-fictional characters, which is unforgivable. It's so unforgivable that I break out in cosbox if I even attempt it.
Yeah, the cosbox was pretty gross.
I see. If that's the case, then there's no way you could have been in disguise. Sorry about that, Tsumugi. I just thought it was something to check.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it at all.
Okay.
Aw, Tsumugi is so nice. She's way better than Mew.
Well, fuck you too!
Getting back on topic, we now have alibis for the people in the dining hall.
So we know that Kirumi, Tsumugi, Mew, and Kyo can't be the culprit.
Congratulations to the four of you. You can all leave now.
Can they?
No.
So what about the swines who went to the basement? They're all suspicious, right?
Which of us went to the basement?
Well, when Shuichi and I were on lookout, we saw Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Himiko, Angie, and Rantaro. So 7 people in total.
So the culprit is among those 7?
Ha! But of course!
Why are you laughing? That includes you too!
One of the 6 people who headed to the basement. Is the mastermind of this killing game. The person who's making us all endure all these terrible things. Where was Kokichi again? Was he in his room too? I can't remember.
Why not torture the truth out of them? It would be the quickest method.
Wait, please! No torture! My tolerance for pain is actually really, really low. I'll tell you everything! Anything! Just please don't hurt me!
Please just tell us what happened.
If the culprit is among that group, then wouldn't Maki be the most suspicious? Just look at her. She could definitely kill someone.
Stop being so stupid. The culprit could easily be anyone, like Kaito.
What are you talking about? There's no way I'm the culprit!
My goodness, that's a face.
Who's the culprit? Who?
Gonta is gentleman. Gentlemen not hurt people.
It's not me either. Murder sounds like way too much work. I have an alibi.
Who's the culprit, for fuck's sake?
We need to calm down. If everyone talks all at once, then we can't discuss anything.
It's all right, Kaede. We just need to listen to everyone's statements. You can do this, right?
I can try.
I only went because I was invited. Why don't you ask the shady guy who invited me?
What? You mean me? But I just said it wasn't me!
Don't thrust the blame onto me! You degenerate males and your thrusting! Ugh.
I'm not a bad girl, really. If you don't believe me, ask my mommy. Really? I have an alibi!
Thank you, Angie. I'd love to hear it.
I have I'm not the culprit, too.
Mass panic debate. Okay. Same thing. I see. There were a couple skills about this as well. Alright, let's try this.
I have an alibi, a little bit suspicious.
I would never punch a poke in the
Atua
eye.
is always watching in the basement.
A true Aikido master would never do
Who's
something
that
so
talking about me?
dishonorable.
You were having a
Atua's not the
strategy
person,
meeting
Atua's
together,
gone.
remember? Rantaro's the only one who left in the middle of
That
it.
person. Robot? Like Kibo?
None of us there could have killed him.
No god, but Atua.
Okay.
I have an alibi, a little bit suspicious.
I would never punch a poke in
What
the
about the
eye.
guys who wanted us all in the basement?
Strategy meeting together, remember? Rantaro's the...
I hear it.
There it is.
Wait a minute, Kaito. Wasn't there someone else who disappeared other than Rentaro?
Okay, and unfortunately, I actually have to stop right here. It's getting late for me, and these days I kind of had a hard time limit, so unfortunately I have to stop right in the middle of this, and this is usually there's a break midway through, but yeah, okay, so unfortunately I have to stop here. We'll pick up right back in the middle of it next time, and I may go a bit longer to see if I can get the whole rest of the trial in. Okay, I've been The Worm. This has been Danganronpa V3. I hope you're all doing alright, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.